I'm gonna start off this review by giving a hot take, right? Compared to how what everyone else was saying, at least from my Twitter page and my Facebook page and my Instagram page. I thought Dune Part 1, let's call it that, was very underwhelming. It was a very slow movie, not that that fucking matters because it was like shaping up or like I don't mind world building, character building and whatever, but it's just the fact that that movie felt like incomplete. You know what I'm saying? It was a fucking what was it, 3.5 hour movie, and it felt like we had no progress at all. It was like a full on setup movie. When the movie ended, I was like, that's it. Even though I was looking at the clock, I was like, okay, dude, what the fuck? Where are we going with this? Something has to happen. And nothing really did happen. So it made me not enjoy the movie as much as other people did, which led to people being overly hyped about Dune Part 2. That shit did not hit me. I was like, you know what? I did enjoy the world building and everything, but this movie felt incomplete. I would like to see where it goes from here on out, but it's not something that led me to all this like overhyped shit. And I was looking at reviews, not exactly like videos of reviews or anything else, but I was just like IGN posted like a masterpiece, and a lot of other people, the most highest rated IMDb film of all time. And I was like, wow, are we in here for a treat? And I would say, yes, this is a really nice 5 foot cake. But there's a couple things that I really kind of, these are just nitpicks, okay? If you want to hate this movie or like to like not like it, you actually have to actively try to not like it. Like your goal is to not like this movie, because this is quite literally the closest thing to a sci-fi masterpiece we can get. I don't think it's a masterpiece, but again, that's just my nitpicks because of things that I obviously cannot talk about because they're pretty much spoilers. But these are things that I've been talking about for years, right? I've only been doing reviews for 2 years, but these are things that I've been talking about for way past that, and it's things that can carry themselves out. That has carried itself out from my days of being an obsessed anime Andy. But nonetheless, I do think this movie is really good, and that nitpick that I have that made me, not call this movie. I mean, we can call it a masterpiece. That's fine. But the thing that made me like kind of like swing my eyes or something, like get a little bit upset, is something that doesn't really take away from the film, because when you see part one and then you see part two, you should not act that way the way that I did. But it's just something that I don't know. It just pisses me off every time. You know what I'm saying? It just pisses me off. But then again, this is a sci-fi, full-on fantasy film, and we can't really, expect realism from it. There you go. That's the biggest thing I can say about the movie without spoiling much. But anyways, this movie is phenomenal. By the way, I saw it in IMAX yesterday, and it's just amazing. It's really quite a ride. And another thing that I really would like to complain about, another thing that I would really like to complain about would be the trailer. I for a stupid reason, I saw the trailer, and it was not even my fault that I saw the trailer. Every time I went to the theater before this movie came out, they were always playing that trailer. I understand that trailers are important to get the hype, the momentum and all of that stuff, but why is like 75% of the hype moments in the movie in the trailer? I don't get it. Why did they chose that? They could have taken any other shot in the film, and they picked the most important ones, the ones that would actually make people like fucking go, oh shit, it's about to go down. Like it's so stupid. It's so stupid. I felt like some scenes would have hit way harder if we had no idea they were going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like if you like for some reason haven't seen the trailers, God bless you, you're about to be in for a treat. But if you saw the trailers, they do hit better in the movie. Like it's a better, more rounded shot in the film. But I don't know. They should have just not shown that. Like, I don't know. They could have done such a more subtle thing in the trailer instead of just showing one of the most important shots, or not even important shots, but just like one of the most mesmerizing shots in the entire film. Which to me, it was just a stupid fucking decision, bro. But that's just me. Those are my two nitpicks. Okay, it's something to do with the plot and how it carries itself over, and the trailer. Everything else about this film, I really enjoyed. I don't think there's really much you can hate about this film. It's just a monumental achievement. It's really good. It's just, I'm happy. You know what? I would even compare, if they're gonna keep doing Dune movies. If they're gonna keep doing Dune movies, it's gonna be way more successful than Star Wars. And that's just my bold prediction, but I'm just saying the truth. These films are really good. If they kind of work with the pacing a little bit more to make it at least more enjoyable for broader audiences, this would be like world breaking type shit, like some like monumental type shit. But as a film, this is really good. They just hope to God they don't make a part one again, because part one was not it, bro. If you start a movie, you're supposed to complete it within those hours. Within those hours, the film is running. You can't just expect to fucking do 25% of a film and then be like, oh yeah, but the next movie is going to complete everything that's said here. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, that's just stupid. To me, that was just a stupid decision they made for part one. Not saying that the movie was trash. It was enjoyable, but they shouldn't do it again. And this movie really just does everything part one did, but 70 bazillion times better than this one. It's just really good. It's still kind of a slow pacing, but it has its tension moments. Now, I just remembered of another thing that I really, it's spoiler territory, but it has to do with Fade. Like, I don't know if I should talk about it, but let's just say, okay, I'll give you a spoiler warning right here. Spoiler warning for everybody watching the video. One of the things that I really did not understand, that this movie kind of like underutilized, even though it hyped it up quite a little bit throughout the film, was Fade Rotha. Like, he was underutilized. Like, he was like in like a total of like 7 scenes, I think, 7, 8, maybe 9 scenes, and as they shaped him up like this little big fucking villain that's supposed to fucking like, just take over everything, he did fucking nothing. He just fought Paul in the last fight and got stabbed. Boom, GG. Like, what? Those are things that I would like to like address now that we're in spoiler territory. It's like, there's a lot of plot armor going on with Paul Atreides. Now, again, I do understand why there would be some level of plot armor into him, knowing that he went through so much tragedy in the first part. It does kind of make sense that they would like, make that, he's a chosen one, he's the most powerful motherfucker, like anime type shit. But at the same time, kind of felt weird, and I think that also has to do with the fact that they showed a lot of the very important scenes in the trailer, like him telling you to fucking shut up to the fucking bitch, like things like that, them going on the worm, using the worm as an actual weapon. There's a lot of things that they should have just kept hidden so they would hit harder in the film itself. Like, and again, that's just a nitpick, because that doesn't really take away of how mesmerizing, how much like how well written the movie is in general. And like, getting there was already a ride itself. I don't think that would have. It would have been more surprise. It had a more surprising factor, I guess. I don't know. I'm maybe just talking out of my ass at this point, because it's just really just a way to hate the movie, honestly. But it's just nitpicks, like I said. But Fade Rotha was very underutilized, in my opinion. They just used it for a couple of scenes and then boom, out of the fucking picture. And Raban was fucking trash as well. Like, he just became a bitch. He got literally Thor Love and Thundered, in my opinion. Like, he actually did. But regardless of the fucking matter, out of spoiler territory officially, this movie is a must watch on IMAX. You better fucking watch it on IMAX, because it's worth it. It's absolutely worth it. You will be blown away by the cinematography and everything that is surrounding it. The sound, everything is just so good. Thoroughly thought of. And I'm going to give this movie a 9 out of 10. Not giving it a 10 because, like I said, it's not a movie that everybody would enjoy. It's pretty slow. A little bit faster pace because it has a little bit more tension building throughout the movie, of course. But at the same time, I don't see people watching part one and being like, yeah, I want to watch part two because part one was boring, so let's just see part two. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Nonetheless, it's a must watch for me. Best movie of the year so far. Not like it has much fucking competition. I mean, like what what does it have to compete for? Fucking Demon Slayer and Madame Web. Go fuck yourself. That shit's fucking ass. Best movie of the year so far. Actually, the first good movie of the year so far. So we'll see what the rest of the year has for us. I'm Tony, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace the fuck out.